Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Season 3 playoffs. We're gearing up for game number 3 between the Tide Series, Rise Nation, and Noble. Now, it was Noble in that domination. Rise started off strong in that S&D, but a much closer finish than either of us could have predicted.
No, this one has been so back and forth. And, you know, we did a prediction show before this. Me, Benson, we had Neslo, the always fantastic Neslo, and Krim. And this is one where we thought could go the distance just because that, again, the 2 seed for Rise is a bit of a surprise.
Yes.
And you saw how strong Noble was at the end. It's pretty obvious this is going to be neck and neck. I would not at all be surprised if this goes the distance.
If you guys haven't been watching the regular season between all 8 of these squads, I think a lot of people would kind of just count out Rise Nation and Noble, especially at the start of the regular season. But now, I think everyone, after watching that last game, has to appreciate the skill from both squads. I'm excited to see what's going to happen here as we're getting ready for game number 3. Now, we're going to a blitz, Maven, and I got to get your thoughts. Who has the advantage between these 2 squads?
The blitz. Which do we have the?
It's Warhawk.
It's Warhawk. All right. So, I had the pleasure of casting the Optic vs. Rise Warhawk, Rise vs. FaZe Warhawk blitz, which was not 1 replay, but 2 replays, in which Rise went down early and climbed back to just keep replaying. FaZe could not close it out. They, from what I saw, inconsistent at times. When they get rolling, they can crush it on Warhawk. So I'm going to say it goes to Rise Nation.
All right, there's the high fives from Noble. You see Sender kind of stepping up into that captain role, making sure the team is all on the same page, ready to get this one rolling. Game number 3 in our best of 5. It's going to be the swing game, and we'll see who is going to be the first to score. Normally when you get a lead on this game type, you're able to just trade efficiently or really just slow down the game and just keep middle map control.
You know, it's funny you say that because that same series I'm talking about, Rise was down 4 2 different times going into side 2 and came back and tied it. That doesn't happen on Warhawk, really. This isn't a map like Freight where just they can fly in, you know, you get those 3 to 5 caps in a minute or something. It doesn't happen here. It's not how this map plays out. So we'll see how this works. We'll see if we see some smokes out of Noble, which I expect we will. They do like to use those from time to time, but okay, 4 down and map control is going to be going to Noble early.
All right, it's going to be some big defensive plays needed now. Looney spotting 1. Opponents coming from the opposite
he stuck
end.
through. How did he get through?
And what a slide coming from Chino. Chino going to be the first one on the board. All 4 go down for Noble, but they are going to be up 1-0 in our first 30 seconds. Fantastic first start. They got all 4 down, and Chino just so slippery there.
Yeah, Noble, I mean, you're okay with a 4 down in your opponent's base when you get a cap. That doesn't really hurt you. It gives you time to spawn up and bring the fight to mid-map. They're going to play a little bit of defense here. They should be able to clean it up.
This is where you worry, though.
Yeah, well, they closed it out for the most part. There is 1 player far left. Look at the mini-map. They're trying to rotate over. They're spawning out. This spawn out is huge. He's on the head glitch, too. Let's see if he can pick up a couple kills, but they are going to ultimately clean it up. And that's what you try to do on that side, you know, just for those of you at home, watch the minimap. When you force that spawn out on the bottom side of the minimap here, that's when you can start to get those rallies going.
Chino trying to make his attack once again. That's actually going to be Miyagi at the top. Oh, my Looney!
Looney, the lunatic.
Just sweeping through the base, cleans up all 3 players on the attack, and now he is going to be watching through this middle street, making sure no more pressure's on the base. Great grenade coming in from Slasher. He's off to a hot start at 4-2. Let's see if he's able to convert this into a capture. There are 3 defensemen in position.
He gets 1. He's got 1 to his left as well. That player watching Porch hasn't turned. He finally reacts. Some slow communication there, which almost let him line up through there, but it will get cleaned up by Miyagi. Nice little 3-pronged approach from the squad. They're able to take the lead back to 1. Center cleans up 1 as well. Can they get a second cap? They did force the outspawn. He's got a free. No one. You see, look at the overextension on the right side. They gave up the home. They gave up that cap. They're going to put the pressure.
All right, Center doesn't know it yet, but that base is wide open.
It has been for a while.
On your mini-map, his teammates able to clean everything up but 1. There's going to be the player sneaking through, and that capture is going to come in from Wheats and Pac-Man, the first 2 from Rise Nation. Noble, though, still leads by 1. Make it 2 after that cap coming through from Miyagi.
Well, the overextension didn't really work out. It ended up being a 2-for-1 trade there in the favor of Noble. So I kind of like the idea. It just didn't work out because they didn't lock it down at home. They almost did, but that 1 last player slipped through just over halfway through this one. Again, 2 cap advantage. Let's take a look through the KDs. We haven't talked about it too much, but there's worth pointing out. Look at the slang right now. Noble, every single player in the positive. Rise Nation, not so much.
Chino on your screen is going to be pushing this right side. I love this controller. It is my favorite controller, #1 in America.
You know, it's funny. I thought we got it fixed because we switched out the old one we switched out the old one for the Fwiz controller, the baby blue.
It's the cord, my friend. It is the cord.
Thought we had it fixed. You know, I'll give you my cord next. After this one, your cord.
We got producers
my cord
on
can
it,
be
Maeve.
your
Don't
cord.
worry about it. Here we got a 3-man push through the middle. Chino is going to be on your screen trying to pick up the one player on this right side. His teammates spread out left, and that was a big kill from Attach with this right side wide open. He's going to be able to slide right in. 2 defensemen coming off spawn,
bullets
though.
everywhere.
And he's finally cut down. Let's go over to Wheats here. I got to see what is Wheats up to with his Vector. Not the best to score in that first domination. I want to see if he can get it going in our second respawn game mode. Another thing to note, Pac-Man 4-11 really has not been winning too many of his gun battles.
No, I mean, if you're going to put up those type of numbers, you need to have a couple caps to go with it. He does have 1, but, you know, what did I mention about Rise? They were the comeback kids against FaZe in this same exact game type, so we'll see if they have it in. I mean, we're not even through to the second side here, but we're going to see some pressure. He's able to pick up 1. Here comes Attach. Is it wide open? The spawns are coming in. He should be able to get there in time to slide, and he gets through, be able to bring it within 1.
All right, Rise Nation not out yet. Remember, it's 2 sides of Blitz, 45 seconds here in our first half, still to go. And maybe what is the better side on Warhawk in your opinion?
I think it's still, I think with most of these, it's a preference thing, but I like putting pressure more towards the Gina side of the map because you have more buildings, you have more angles to work with. It's a lot more open on this side here, a little bit easier to defend in my opinion, unless you force the spawn out, which is the big thing. But Pac-Man, he's gonna have 1 more. We saw Wheats win a couple fights on this white truck, but the grenade comes in and Pac-Man doesn't even have the chance to do anything. He's down to 5 and 13 now.
Let's find the man pushing up at center. Center picking up 2, looking for another, won't be able to get it going. His teammates nowhere near. Everyone focusing on defense for the final 10 seconds, and we will see a 1-point advantage for Noble here in game number 3 going into our second side of Blitz.
And they turned it around a little bit there. You know, like I said, about the midway point, the slaying all in the favor of Noble early on. They climbed back in it on the back of Attach. He jumped out to 14 and 10. I think when I pointed that out, he was -3 or so.
Yeah,
he
Attach
really got
has
hot.
more kills than Wheats and Pac-Man combined. Just saying.
That's an interesting stat and not looking good for Wheats and Pac-Man.
All right, so we'll see if Attach and Looting can keep it going. That's what we expect out of the 2 Slayers. Wheats and Pac-Man really need to get their slaying up and moving. And you're going to see Wheats picked off first. Slasher is going to pick off Attach now, and this side is clear. His teammates just playing defense, trusting Attach, Slasher to just hold this position for the moment. And is this going to be a sneak at the top of your mini-map? Keep your eyes on Pac-Man. I have him highlighted.
Well, both players, yeah. I mean, both players went mid-map. Look at, neither checked left side. It's like they both, I don't know if it was communication lapse or what happened there, but no one went left, and they let one through there.
Yep.
Can't let that happen in a map like this. We are watching Attach, trying to push through, gets the assist. There's one more out to his right there at the side of Diner. You saw him, 2 players there. He will ultimately get cleaned up. Pac-Man coming around the backside of the 18. He's going to have to fight a couple here. Not able to get either, and he's just continuing to struggle. Climbing back in a bit, got 3 kills on this side, but still 8 and 14 is not going to get it done.
On your screen is Looney. Looney picked off from the side. Attach, he's back playing defense. Pac-Man on the left here with Wheats. And this is Noble surging forward. Another gun battle lost as Slasher is going to clean him up. 17 and 10 as Slasher leads all players at this point in the game.
Yeah, and they spawned him out there right in front of him. They must have had a teammate get aggressive there because I don't think he was ready for that at all. But look at the maps being layered right now. Just look at that orange wave coming across the map right now. 2 are going to be pushing left. They're going to have big gunfights here. If they're going to try cap, they win 1, they win 2. Rise Nation trying to push in here. They got another. That's 3 down. They've got to turn this into a cap, but they give them too much time. All the spawners are coming in. 1 more down. That's what, 5 kills now on this offense in their base, and they're not going to turn this into a cap.
Come on, Rise. Get it together here. Wheats out of ammo, needs to pick up a new gun. There he's got a fresh Vector, and he's putting it to use. His teammate, that is Attached, who bought all that time, is going to be able to slide through. Nice delay there by Wheats, distracting to allow that cap. And here we go, Maven. A player set up to rally. It's Sneaky Pac-Man going through for his second cap of the game.
They tie it up finally, and that, God, what looked like they weren't going to get anything out of that. They were slaying them out of their base. They're doing a great job. Finally, turned that into 2 caps, but you see Noble did answer back on the flip side, and the pressure's coming down from Noble. This is a game that kind of plays inside. Oh, there's the sneaker. He got through. Who was that?
Chino.
That was Chino. And the lead, they finally caught up. It extends right back out to 2. What an answer back you got from Noble there.
All right, here comes Rise Nation. All 4 players grouped up together. You can see them pushing with Pac-Man leading the charge. There's one. Pac's going to find one more player to his left around this corner. His teammate sneaking through if he goes down. And it looks like they did just lose Attach. So it's going to be Looney and Pac-Man still putting pressure. Can he get through? Juking the player from Diner, and it looks like both will fall. No captures for Rise. 2 minutes still to go.
Yeah, I think he ended up juking himself a bit there. Ultimately dropped. Just taking a look at the minimap right now. No one in a real good. Oh, who got through? It's going to be Attach. No, there's no one at home. They're going to be spawning now. He might just have to win a one-on-one. Let's see if they rotate back in time. That's the gunfight. Those are the difference makers. You know, you win those 1v1s in the base, turn that into a cap. Trying to see if Chino could do a similar thing on the other side, but the defenses prevail for both teams. 90 seconds left to play. Still a 2-cap lead right now for Noble. We're watching Attach. The young talent. He's been playing so well. They're doing a 2-pronged attack on this left-hand side. Let's see if they can get it done.
Yeah, I mean, Attach is 21-14 with 2 captures already. You got to give credit to Wheats on his most recent cap. But Attach putting shots in an opponent's back, and this is another capture for Noble. Free capture for Noble. Sender on the defense now after porting through, and that is a rally, it looks like, here for Noble, as you are going to have Slasher in position to score now.
You know, this is going much differently than I thought it would. You know, I thought Rise would be in control of the respawns and Noble in control of the S&Ds to a degree, but this has been not at all what I expected. With 40 seconds left, we have, what, about 10 seconds left here. Sorry, maybe about 20 seconds, so this becomes mathematically impossible. They've got to get a cap, and Rise has got to just go all out towards the cap. They have to get something done.
And I got to give a big shout out to Paul, who is out in the stands. I got a chance to meet the owner of Noble earlier today. He's so proud of what his boys have accomplished here in regular season. Now Noble about to go up 2-1 in our best of 5, where we come down to the last 15 seconds, and really it's just a question of who is going to put up the most numbers.
It's done
Chino
now.
has passed Slasher at 23-20. Slasher is going to finish at 22-18. Unless he gets this one. There we go, Maven.
Yeah.
Noble up 2-1. Give it up for him as they take Warhawk 8-6.
And that came down, honestly, you know, it's a 10-minute game, but that really came down to about 2 minutes of action. You know, you saw Rise. They had them 10 in the base. They got, what, 5 to 8 kills really over the course of that. They finally punched through 2 and tied it up. Within 30 seconds, Noble had 2 more. They extend that lead right back out. That was just composure, great teamwork, great stuff from Noble, and they're ready. I guess, I mean, it's still considered an upset, as close as people thought this would be. Noble, sort of the dark horse here, is looking to close this out.
Number 7 up over number 2. When we return, we'll have game number 4, our second domination. Be right back.